Jamaican government caught off guard with this tariff?
Of course they were, and I know this because during the budget debate that just ended, I asked the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, and it's on the record, he cannot deny it. And he has repeated it several times. He has repeated the silly response several times, which I asked him, what preparation is the government making in the eventuality that tariff is imposed on Jamaican goods?
Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, and Isabel Rose. And in this one, opposition spokesperson on commerce Anthony Hylton, in an interview with Colin Bell, exposed that this government was caught off guard by the 10% tariff imposed via the US, as well as Prime Minister Anju is waiting on the 10% tariff, saying that he's waiting on more clarifications. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks each and everyone for the continued support. Now in this first segment, ABR family, I will play a snippet of an interview with Anthony Hylton and Colin Bell from the Portland Spice TV. And Anthony Hylton basically letting us know that Anju is the head of the negotiation committee of the CARICOM, and that he has not been playing his part as the head of the CARICOM negotiation committee. But yet still we'll hear Anju mention that they will have to go to the table and that they're awaiting clarity from the US as it pertains to this 10% tariff. Now, if the US has imposed that tariff, what more clarification does this Prime Minister need? Right? We are coming from export where there was no duty, no tariff, none at all, and this 10%, as Ralston stated, will see our goods going at a more expensive cost. And will our people be interested in buying Jamaican products when we know that the Americas is our biggest trading partner? We export up to 60% of our goods to the United States of America. And to see our Prime Minister basically downplaying, making it seem as if it is nothing when they were caught off guard. That is the reason why they cannot come out and speak and let the Jamaican people know what's the other resort. Now, ABR family, before we make you listen to that interview, now is the time where we're going to get to farming and grow on eat and eat on grow. Manley has stated that back then, and we're seeing this government drifted away from it. They're importing more foreign goods in our country than any other government, and our importation bill has basically gone up by 70%. But I want you to listen to this interview and you take away from it the important points. I want to drop on the comments in the comment section.
Talk to me.
And in that capacity, as the leader of CARICOM external trade negotiation, he has not had one negotiation with any state. And therefore, we continue to rely.
Sir Hylton, that can't be true.
It is true. It is true. It is a fact. He's the head of CARICOM. In fact, he hardly attended any CARICOM meeting. In fact, he has acted in ways to create tension within CARICOM by putting forward his Minister of Foreign Affairs to challenge a sitting CARICOM nominated member for the CARICOM Commonwealth Secretary General position.
How long has he been the head of the CARICOM? What the CARICOM what?
The CARICOM external negotiation.
How long has he been the head of that committee?
From the time he assumed the position of Prime Minister of Jamaica. That's a position to which every Jamaican Prime Minister has the responsibility once they become Prime Minister of Jamaica. That's
so you're saying
given to Jamaica.
For 9 years, he has been the head of the Caribbean External Negotiating Committee?
Correct.
And you're saying that he has done nothing for the 9 years?
No trade agreement, nothing. No trade agreement. And the point about the trade agreement is this: when it comes to our solution, I will tell you that our plan is going forward is to enter into a number of bilateral trade agreements.
But we must.
Because we believe we have to shift the source and roots of supply to our economy and not be so overly dependent on the United States economy, because over 60% of our exports goes to the United States.
Yes.
And they have been relying on the fact that we have a CARICOM, a Caribbean-based initiative, something that was gifted to us by the United States government.
Mm-hmm.
And what that, when you get a gift, rather than having a contract with the government or with any other government, as in any other gift, someone can withdraw the gift if they choose to do so.
Or stop giving, just not giving no more.
Or stop being charitable. And this is what is occurring now. The U.S. government has decided to stop being charitable, as they have complained that people have taken the United States for granted and abused the United States, as Mr. Trump has been saying recently.
Yes.
And therefore, where we used to send most of our goods from Jamaica into the U.S. duty-free, it will now receive a 10% duty on tariff. Now let me and the goods, those goods,
hold on, sorry,
same goods.
Hold on, before you continue. Jamaican government caught off guard with this tariff?
Of course they were, and I know this because during the budget debate that just ended, I asked the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, and it's on the record, he cannot deny it. And he has repeated it several times. He has repeated the silly response several times, which I asked him, what preparation is the government making in the eventuality that tariff is imposed on Jamaican goods? His response was, well, we are not the target. The target is people who are exporting fentanyl, which is a drug, into the U.S. market, or they have a trade surplus with the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Neither which Jamaica is doing or is in a position to do, because Jamaica, as we all know,
we have a deficit.
Has a trade deficit.
Yes.
With the world, not just with the United States.
With the world.
With the world.
With everybody.
With everybody. That means we're not doing enough for exports.
Right.
And therefore, it tells you that they were very, very laid back and believe that their friendship with our friendship with the United States, and as Rubio said, that this administration is the most supportive of the U.S. So they thought that nothing could happen to the good people.
So obviously on Rubio's visit, they never said anything to him about any trade or tariff.
No, because Rubio is not the trade minister. Rubio is a foreign minister. He's a foreign secretary. He's not the trade representative.
Right.
The United States government is structured somewhat differently. It is what is now being proposed by Mark Golding. I would be the trade minister based upon my portfolio responsibility.
Right.
And the foreign affairs will be Dr. Angela Brown-Burke. So we have shifted the trade ministry in the ways that the United States, more along the line that the United States has.
Mm-hmm.
But the important point I'm making is that they're neither prepared for the shock, not now, because that preparation should have been made a long time ago. They should have implemented a logistic hub.
Yes.
They should have entered, and if you know about and understand the logistic hub, it calls for diversification in your trade arrangements. And therefore, this is why I said they understood, they finally got the vision, they finally logged on to the vision, but don't understand how the software and the ecosystem that needs to go with it.
Yes.
So you think we're going to export less to America now? You think it will?
The trade deficit is going to get wider. Come on, man. That's a natural, man, our biggest trading partner.
Yeah.
So we're run wider trade deficits now, more pressure for the Bank of Jamaica in terms of stabilizing the dollar, more economic downturn. That is why I'm saying to you that the minister will have to pause her, because she was talking about economic growth yesterday.
Yeah.
And she never said anything about these things that will be happening to our major trading partner. And although everybody knew that this announcement was going to be made.
But we were all listening out for what Donald was going to say in the Rose Garden. She not sound like she did have that on her agenda.
No, she never even mentioned it. That's the point I'm making. I'm telling you how much these people are out of touch. How could you be a finance minister in a developing countries where America is the greatest trading partner, and you said nothing about what the Donald was doing while the markets have been selling off for weeks because everybody was awaiting what he was going to do with bated breath. These people are completely out of touch with reality.
So Marco Rubio coming to Jamaica did not save us?
No. I doubt that they raised the subject with them, because I was saying to them that you need to raise the subject with Lico Marco about those things.
The recent announcement by the United States government of a 10% baseline tariff on imports from all countries set to take effect on April 5th, 2025 introduces a significant shift in global trade policy, one that could impact Jamaica's market access to our largest trading partner. While the government of Jamaica has not yet received formal notification on the precise implementation procedures, including whether these new tariffs will override existing CBI provisions, we are actively engaging with the United States Trade Representative and other relevant authorities to seek urgent clarification. We are also conducting a detailed technical assessment in collaboration with relevant ministries and agencies to fully understand the scope of these tariffs and their implications for Jamaica's trade and industrial policy. These developments do not reflect any erosion in the long-standing and strong bilateral relationship between Jamaica and the United States. Rather, it reflects a broader recalibration of U.S. trade policy that is global in scope. Still, we will use every available diplomatic channel, including working with our CARICOM brothers and sisters and utilizing the Office of Trade Negotiations to seek to preserve the positions our exporters have secured over decades of deepening trade ties with the United States.
And y'all hear him talking about negotiation committee of the CARICOM when he has basically neglected the negotiation committee, just like how they neglected many of our sectors in Jamaica. So what more clarification is he waiting on? What kind of negotiation he's going to go into now when he has neglected being the head of the negotiation committee? And we're seeing other CARICOM bodies taking a stance and addressing their nation. And this Prime Minister is downplaying what is obvious to the Jamaican people. Now, let me know what y'all think in the comment section when you hear it from Ralston. Ralston no sugarcoat nothing. And bring it to us in the simplest form possible. And I would love to hear what your take on this and what the Prime Minister has to say on the job phone to take in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel on the road to 30k and beyond. Help me to get there. Get this video to at least 6,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.